Hey y'all, welcome to Nikki the Foodie, where every meal feels like a hug from home and every recipe comes with a side of good vibes. Okay, y'all, so today we are cooking some birria tacos. Birria in English is how you will pronounce that. This is my take on it. However, it is not from scratch. I have made some from scratch before, but today we're using the viral TikTok birria bombs. But I absolutely have to do it my way. So stay tuned and let's make some birria tacos. Okay, so first you're going to start with some beef pot roast. I like to use pot roast and short ribs. Today we didn't have short ribs, but one thing about me, mama gonna get in the kitchen and make something happen. We are using what we have, okay? The next thing you want to do is put just a little bit of oil in the pan, as you can see here. And I'm going to flour these, um, the pot roast pieces. I did cut this up. I'm gonna flour them and put them in the pan. Nikki, why are you flouring your meat before you pan sear it? Because it's going to help me skip the step of trying to create a roux in order to make the juice thicker. I don't have to do that. If you fry the meat in the flour, it's going to automatically create that roux for you. To all of my veteran cooks, you can thank me later for that. Okay, my video, you guys, are more so for beginners. I am teaching people who don't know how to cook my way and the way that I do things. I'm also known as the instant mom. That's what my mom called me because I'm not the one that want to spend hours in the kitchen. I'm not her. I got things to do. So I found faster ways, and this was one of them. I hope you guys can appreciate it. Anyway, so we're gonna fry them on both sides until they just brown just a little bit, and then we're going to remove them from the grease. Now, no, we're not going to get rid of this grease because in the bottom of this grease is drippings. And we want all of our flavors. So I already diced up some onions and we're just going to saute these onions just for a little bit. We don't need to do too much because they are still going to continue to cook inside of the juice. And we're going to throw them in the bottom of our pressure cooker. That's the old school name. But in today's dates, the instant pot. Once you get the meat in the pot, you just want to go ahead and add your water. And then you're going to also add your bomb. Now, I would say follow the instructions that they provide you on the package, but I'm hard headed. I do what I want to do because I eyeball everything. So I just put in probably about 5 cups of water. I'm not even sure, you guys. I also added some bay leaves. I'm not sure if you guys saw it at the bottom, just for flavor. And I only use one balm, and that's just because I did season the meat myself. Then you're going to put that top on, lock it, and make sure that the pressure is sealed. After about an hour, I would say about an hour, I checked the meat and it was ready. Now, I do want to say that your Instant Pot might be different, or however you're cooking it may be different. It was only an hour for me. But the main thing is the meat falling off the bone. That's what you're going to look for. I had to slow it down for you guys because I can't tell you a time, but I can tell you what it should look like. The meat should be literally falling off the bone. When you pick it up with a fork, it falls as if it's not able to stay on the fork. That is what you are looking for. If you have to force the meat to fall off or to shred, then you might want to cook it a little while longer. It should be very, very, very tender and just falling apart. Okay, so now that all the hard part is done and the prep is done, now we're just going to build our tacos. What you see in this bowl is the grease that I skimmed off the top of the meat. So the juices that the meat make, all of the fat is going to rise. You're going to just Take a spoon and scoop it into a bowl, and you're going to use that grease to fry with. There is no need to use any other oils. It's usually enough. And then I just used some queso cheese mixed with some Chihuahua and mozzarella cheese. And then I already had some fresh cilantro cut up. I put it in my meat so that I could put it on the inside of my tacos. And then you just flip them in half. Let them cook on each side to your liking. I like mine a little crunchy, so I do let mine stay for a little while. And then you plate them. Go back to your pot of juice. And in that pot of juice is where you're going to find your dipping sauce for your tacos. And this is the finished products. Voila, they look good. They tasted delicious. And I also top my juice off with some cheese and fresh cilantro. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know how you make your birria tacos. And what else would you suggest that I add? The rating that I would give the TikTok birria bomb is a 7 out of 10 because all things made from scratch always taste better. I'm sorry. But thanks again for coming and watching this video. If you are new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.